Hi, it's Anya from Anya Marta Art. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for questions. And I would love to say thank you to Carmen, who asked the question today or yesterday. How did you get started with painting? Did you go to school or were you self-taught? So in a very short answer is I was a self-taught. However, I did attend like a very small courses. There was a local arts club. I attended a few seasons for that one, but that wasn't my initial thing. Initially, I started learning from internet, from YouTube, Skillshare, Domestika, anything I could find online. I just soaked like a sponge. So that was my story. My granddad was a painter, but at the time I thought, when I was a teenager, when I was a child, I thought you have to be born with this literally with the paintbrush in your hand, like an amazing artist from the start. And I didn't realize obviously that wasn't right, and everybody starts from zero, everybody starts from somewhere. It seems like the painting, especially my granddad was painting in oils, so it seems very complicated, very grown up. I didn't thought I could even try to do that. So sadly, after my granddad passed away, I thought, okay, I could maybe try that. And I didn't get any information from him. However, I started to learn from internet, from any courses online. I have to say I bought loads of courses. You can get away, to be completely honest with you, you can get away from learning from YouTube. Honestly, there is so much on YouTube for free. So what would I suggest at the beginning? At the beginning, try to just work on fundamentals. There are fantastic courses, fantastic stuff, like I said, on YouTube. But if you want to invest a little bit in courses, they're not super expensive. Udemy, Skillshare has so many good fundamental courses where you learn about perspective, proportions, and just working and just with pencil sketching. And then you're slowly moving towards mixing colors and to the medium that you want to work in. It took me absolutely ages to figure out what medium I like. I still have absolute vast amount of materials like pastels, oils, acrylics, watercolors, gouache, just you name it, I have it. It's literally, there's not much I can buy it from the shops now that I haven't already got. But it kind of paid off because I like mixed media art, so that's good in a way. I don't have to buy it so much anymore, although I always see something new. But that's the fun of it. This is kind of my hobby. I'm hoping to develop it into a profession on the way, so hopefully it will pay off. I love it, and people spend money on their hobbies. Initially, when I started drawing and painting, I had that block. I wouldn't waste a piece of paper on practicing or anything like that. I would just buy the cheapest material. I had a friend who was an artist, and she said, just get yourself decent materials. Don't feel like you're wasting it. Because I had that feeling like wasting. I'm not good enough to use them. And she kind of unblocked me on that topic. And then I started other way around. I was buying like there was nothing, stopping me. So you have to find a happy medium and see what you can afford, what you're comfortable with. With the materials, some of the stuff you can buy one off or two off. You don't have to buy the very expensive sets. If you do watercolors, I would suggest investing in decent paper. So paper is important. Where, for example, let's say the pencils, color pencil, the pencils are quite important. So it really depends which medium you're using, and some of the mediums will run out quicker, some of the medium you're gonna have for years. Watercolors you're gonna have for years, so it's worth to investing a little bit more. With for example, pastels, they can be very expensive, decent quality, and if you use them they will run out pretty quickly. So it really depends what your interest is, which medium. So I would definitely suggest learning maybe from YouTube, from small little courses, fundamentals, and then progressing on. And then once you have that habit, try to stay in a habit of practicing every day. I kid you not, from the last maybe 3 months, I've been doing every single day without a fail. I'm so addicted. I have to have my art fix. I have to do something. And it's definitely working. It is, I can see the progress. It's accelerating much more rather than I was doing just a little bit spurt of, moment here and doing loads here and nothing for a whole 2 weeks or so on. So definitely staying in the habit, developing that, sketching as much as you can, sketching from life, sketching from other, from picture if you have to, but just working, training your eye and hand coordination is just absolutely important. Also, practicing with charcoal is quite good as well. I only discovered charcoal not that long ago, and that's a good idea instead of pencil, because you can do larger format, filling up quicker, because you want to work the whole arm, not just doing a tiny little wrist movement. So that's the good point. What else I would say? And just enjoy it. Make the time for it. Make sure designate your practice time, because the day can just be taken over by chores, by life, by anything but you. So if you find yourself that little time in the day where you can just do it for yourself, it could be really nice meditative practice where you just concentrate on your thing. If you can have a little corner somewhere, that's even better, or just having your materials ready. I didn't have this corner before. I used to work here full-time with photography, and I rarely would set up here. And I would have my materials in the bags. So all the watercolor stuff, one bag and the other bag. So if I would work with pastels, I will grab that bag and put it by the table. So it's much, much easier to organize. But yeah, have fun with materials. Just treat yourself and try things out. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to fail, because I had such a paralyzing fear at the beginning. I thought, oh my God, it has to be absolutely perfect from the beginning. It has to be just amazing, masterpiece. No, get yourself a sketchbook that no one's gonna look at, just you. And then you can make any mistake you like, any scribbles, any marks, if it's rubbish, get rid of it. Even easier, because sketchbooks sometimes can give you anxiety, kind of like, I want to be perfect. I did that painting really nicely. I don't want to ruin the next page. Get yourself just a loose paper, and then if you don't like it, all it takes is just a paper. Just scrunch it up and recycle that. So don't worry too much. And the best progress you're going to make is just to carry on and practice. There's nothing's going to work. You can watch a million courses and just stay in that paralyzed mode. If you don't practice, you're not going to improve, even if you watch so many things. So combine watching, learning new things, and practicing. The best results I had when I did, for example, some domestic courses, I did watch the course, took notes, and then practice it with along with the teacher. And then if I wanted to go even further, I would repeat that exercise. I would repeat that drawing or painting, and that would just skyrocket you up for success and for massive improvement. So I would do that with painting. For example, acrylic painting is a little bit easier than oils, because there's a knowledge you have to have about chemicals, about what you like, what you have to use to thin paint and so on. So I did a little video about just like essential about oil painting. With acrylic it's easier because you use water. There's still massive kind of whole topic on mixing colors. This is like art itself, but it is, once you learn it and once you see that working, it's so rewarding. It's really amazing. So have a look, maybe some local place will have some art classes. I did a mistake, I would say, from the perspective when I first signed up for arts club. It was watercolors, but unfortunately we didn't paint from life. We didn't even paint from a picture. It was already somebody's work in watercolor, so we would just try to kind of copy that, and that was not the best idea because we didn't develop much. It was just kind of copy. You microscopically move forward. It was a good social thing, although the most students were much mature. They were elderly people, so I didn't really bond that much with the group. It was lovely to see them every week, but I didn't feel like I was progressing much. So, and it was just one medium where I want to do so many. So yeah, Skillshare, Domestika, YouTube is the place to look and practice, and just even if you feel like, oh, I don't, because your brain is going to automatically want to get you out of any effort. This is what our brains wants to do, just keep you at the nice and easy life. And the moment you want to make an effort and you want to kind of try something hard, it will try to sabotage you and say, no, don't worry, don't do it. And it takes a little bit of grit and a little bit of a kind of willpower to overcome that and go ahead. So recently I started doing literally religiously every single day proper painting, proper artwork, and now I'm posting stuff on YouTube as well, just to motivate myself on that. So I hope this answered the question. Sorry if it's a little bit jumbled and all together. I was thinking about how the best way to give you advice that will actually benefit you, because I can talk about this for ages and ages and like, oh, what was doing there and then. But I did start at the very end of 2020. I started doing those fundamental courses, and it was daunting. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like, oh, I'm looking forward to do that, because there's another exercise that you have to do. Especially I put lots of effort in perspective, but if you do put lots of effort, it will really pay off later on with those basics, and it's like a foundation for you to build a really good house, where if you haven't got those foundation skills, things will look wonky, very awkward, very off, and it just won't be enjoyable later on. So maybe combine, like do twice a week, try to do fundamentals, and then once a week fun, whatever you want. And it doesn't matter if you mess up, doesn't matter if it's wonky or awkward, just have fun with it. So yeah, that's my recommendation, and I'm holding my thumbs for you. I'm rooting for you. Let me know if you are in a similar stage, and if you have any other questions, guys, please fire away. I would love to get more involved in this channel and just help wherever, whatever way I can. So have a lovely day and speak to you next time. Bye.